Hey guys, how's it going? tmanplays here. Today we're just going to be playing a nice casual 10v10. This was just a fun game that I had. Thought it was worth showing, um, just because it's pretty casual, laid back, and it's going to basically show us taking the territory across from this river. As you'll see from the start, all these units pretty much going to defensive positions because usually on the sides of the 10v10 maps, there's at least two players, and considering I am the only player on this side, I thought I was going to be rushed. Sure enough, you'll see a bunch of tow cobras and cobras on the other side of the river here. So, just one player though. So we're going to unload our infantry a little early. Do get a nice igloo shot there, but our little defense force here not going to be able to last for long considering the amount of helicopters he has. Do have some Strelas though, Iglas on the other side. Gonna be getting some nice shots with all these helicopters. And we see Sugar Biscuit bring across the main invasion force. So there are two players on this side. Gonna be in a nice position to deal with this stuff though. Just with a T-72 and a Conquerors, get a nice side shot into one of the M1 A1 Abrams there. And gonna decide it's now time to pull back the Semi-2 a little bit. Gonna actually lower the altitude so the Chaparral can't just snipe it and we can still see what's in this tree line. Just the one Igla here to deal with all these helicopters. And on the right, we just have a nice defense set up. So now I'm pulling my forces from the right to collapse on this little area, because I know I've kind of got him trapped in here. So moving across another T-72M to this tree line in case he decides to push up out of here. We can get side shots on top. And brought up another Igla just due to the amount of choppers he had. More T-72Ms just to counter his M1 Abrams here. And we're going to pull this one back so that we can have a reinforcement T-72M to help push with that. Kill off one of the Abrams there. So, just some recon up front. Iglas on the side to keep out any helicopter rushes. A Conquerors in the rear to watch the road. Another Conquerors here. Keep eyes on this further up road, as well as just an MG grenade launcher to keep away any infantry push, and that's about all we need on this side. Now we're going to be devoting all our resources here with a goal to cross the river. So moving across the recon just so I can spot kind of what he has in here. And then we're going to move up the T-72M so that we can then get shots on target on his tank, as well as just kind of rushing him with this one here. T-72M there, going to be able to take him out. Other T-72, not going to find any sort of AT capability there. So going to be able to take out everything in this little forest area. Bradley ends up missing the first shot there to take out Chaparral. And now our T-72M through the forest, going to be able to destroy the Bradley there. So getting really good trades. So I'm going to decide now is the time to capitalize on all these good trades. As you'll see, I'm starting to move everything up. Got to make sure to keep our AA with our forces. And from the rest of the map, we know the enemy has a presence here. Our team doing a good job in the middle. And our left side is holding. And we're sitting at a nice +1. So going to be getting a helicopter on the right now to deal with the engineered flash that I'm spotting. And T-72M is going to be able to easily deal with the Bradley. One of them does get caught out by the M1A1 there. Going to be able to get a shot in return, smoke off, but unfortunately just a little too late there on the smoke. I'm going to decide, since it is just the one M1A1 command there, going to rush these T-72s towards it. Going to be able to deal with the Bradley as they cross the bridge, even with the recon kind of lagging behind. And our T-72 in the rear there, going to be able to kill off the command as he's retreating. And you'll see we're just catching out all his stuff now because he doesn't have enough on his front line to actually reinforce. So now we're catching out his rear AA units. SPW helping to deal with these flash. And now I'm moving across some infantry in order to just kind of land grab, have a more stable hold of this area. Gonna repair these motorized off-clear before I push them across the bridge. Recon can now move up since we've dealt with some AA and expanded our front line. And the recon easily, the infantry easily going to be able to deal with his infantry. So now I'm just kind of moving my forces across to get into better positions. Able to snipe some chaparrals there. Another chaparral goes down. PVAD goes down. So now we've dealt with pretty much all his AA, and we've captured a supply vehicle in the process that we're going to pull back and use to resupply some of these tanks. So just going to smoke off my T-72s here so they don't just get blasted by all the rockets. I was moving across an Igla, which is now coming into range. Miss that second shot though, and you'll see I have more Iglas on the way, which are moving to these two little tree lines. You take out one of the Cobras there. I got a little overeager with this T-72M, pushed him up. Kind of forgot about him. He does get taken out by a tow Cobra, but now our two Iglas have arrived, and we're starting to deal with all these Cobras as well as a Strela 10M in the back. See Cobra after Cobra after Cobra now going down. See the Bradley moving across there. Want to take that out, but got to deal with the M1A1 first. Do take out the Bradley though with the second T-72, and we see an M1A1 coming across from the side. So he is going to end up spotting us there, which means he has some recon close by. Second M1 going to come out from the smoke, take me out. That was a good move by our opponent. So pushing up my recon now, we see that it was the LRS that was able to spot my stuff. And I'm going to buy an AT plane since his tank is all caught out in the open there. So AT plane coming over our T-72M reinforcements. Gonna fire off one missile, take out the M1A1 from the side there. Trying to come around for the second missile on the other M1. Gonna end up missing though, but we at least survive with no damage. We know that we can exploit air in the future. So that leaves us with some good information at least. And I'm now able to move up my Mi-24, knowing that he doesn't really have any AA, at least in this proximity, which I'm assuming he's going to spot that, decide to pull back quite a bit. right-hand side, still just holding with our defensive units here and using our little bridgehead here to now advance the remainder of our forces as our teammate is protecting our side. So just a bunch of T-72Ms now getting up to covered positions. I repaired the special aft clear, so now they're going to be moving through this tree line to be able to spot anything in this area. And we got some supply to help give some ammo to these Igla squads. 2A3 moving across. But now that we have the bridgehead here, can very easily move across our units, and we actually have decent cover with the buildings and a little forest here, as well as the forest on this side. I can spot if he's bringing anything down this road. Just makes my life super easy. So you have another AT plane loitering around, going for this 2A3. Gonna be able to get a nice shot in the side there and take that out. And gonna consider that good since we don't see any other high priority targets. And gonna evac him with no damage so that he'll repair super quickly. And now I'm moving across some T-72s to this side so that we can then push this right bridgehead and have full control of this area. The enemy team now at a +2, about to overtake our team score, so I know I need to get into this objective if we're going to have a chance at getting the win here. Getting a nice hit on the Abrams there, but not going to be able to take a full-on engagement with the M1. Thankfully, he pulls off, so I'm able to actually take the ground there. And we see that he has a Stinger or something of that kind in this little tree line. So I'm going to have to pull back our Mi-24. And we see just a bunch of units from different players now showing up on this side. Phantom HE trying to go for the T-72. Not going to be able to really do much, though. He is going to make it out alive, though. Get a nice hit on the Gepard there. Conquers trying to get the finishing blow. Not going to be able to get it, though. And we don't want to get side-shotted by all these tanks that are now coming through this way and here. So we're just going to pull back our T-72, let the Conquers kind of deal with that. I do have another AT plane. Gets another hit on an Abrams there. Just going to be pulling that back. Gets a wing damage, so going to have to evac that. But now that these Conquers are getting to this little tree line here, going to be able to shut down any type of reinforcements he's bringing to this right side. That is if the Conquerors can actually hit anything, as they've missed the last couple of shots here. And the Conquerors finally gets the kill. I did move up a command in this zone now, which gives us a +3. You can see I'm just hiding it behind this little building there. Sneaking T-72s into nice little sidelines in order to hit his stuff that he's kind of reinforcing there. He does call it a cluster. Going to be moving my SPW to the side to dodge that. And then just pushing it right back in. Since the T-72 is right here, it's going to be able to engage whatever fires at my CV in return. So able to pull that out and then push it back in the zone. Another Phantom HE there. Gonna get heavily routed. AT plane tried to go for my command there. Not sure really how he could spot that. See, lots of stuff just flying over, so I'm trying to get it in cover now because I know it's spotted. Nicholas gonna do a nice job at shutting down the Alouette play. And we're getting up some more heavier supply now to help get these Conquerors back online. There's another 2A3 showing up. Getting some nice hits on target there. Conqueror's actually going to be hitting as well. Bradley, though, gonna have other plans for my T-72. Gonna take that out. But you can see all these units coming down this reinforcing road. We're just able to catch those out with our Conquerors. And Igla's able to deny our opponent any recon. And we've now got our T-72s to provide further support if he decides to actually push anything on this side, because I'm still not entirely sure what he has over here. I do have the Mod Schutzen, and the T-72 as just kind of a deterrent in case he decides to try and cut me off, as well as the Mi-24. And since I do have the CV in the zone, I'm happy with this position, just to hold on to this and keep that. Conqueror's going to be dealing with the 2A3 there. But you can see, just cutting off everything he has. And we now have a good amount of supplies in order to keep these on full ammo. So we can do this pretty much all day. So now we're starting to actually push on this side, as we do have him cut off here. He does call out another tornado cluster there. Not going to be able to see that though, and our CV is going to go down as I was concentrating on this side and dealing with the Jaguar here so that it doesn't kill my T-72. So ordering up another CV and going to move across some tanks to the front now to help with those engagements. Do deal with the Jaguar there with the T-72. And now we're trying to take out the Fliegerfaust before it can take out my Mi-24. And now we're going to start moving across our infantry support, as we do have the recon in the front supported by the T-72. And you'll see I moved across the infantry from this building to this tree line in case he had something kind of hidden here. If he did start firing at me, I can move across this T-72 to help with that engagement. T-72 versus the 1A1. I'll be able to get another shot off. Get a nice hit and a kill there. So T-72 gonna win that engagement. And you'll see we just have our 3 T-72Ms sitting here, infantry in the building, but no recon, so only recon on this side, which I'm going to be pushing to here to help spot anything in this tree line. And we're ordering up some more recon as well. Apache, though, going to show up, try and ruin my plans. Going to have to pull back those T-72s until we get the recon support. And our Igla going to be in range to shoot that momentarily. Gets a nice hit on the first shot. Strela 10M getting nice 2 hits there. Able to take out that Apache as our command now starts to arrive. The command now back in the zone. It puts us at +3 again. And we still have a lot of units in good defensive positions. Just waiting for the recon to get back to this tree line before I push up on my other T-72Ms. But now we have captured the right-hand side, able to start exploiting everything here. As you'll see, I'm just capturing main buildings, getting T-72s in nice positions. Phantom HE there, gonna miss its target. Fortunately, though, AA not able to do anything about it. 2A3, though, Conqueror's gonna have a field day with that. So you'll see just the 3 Conquer squads we have here, firing off all their ATGMs and able to take that out. Mod shoots in, gonna be able to get the infantry in the building. And now we've captured this building and this building, which is gonna make it extremely hard for him to get back into here. And I'm now pushing up my T-72s to this side of the objective so that we can start putting pressure here, maybe capture this and shut off his reinforcement zone here. So recon has now arrived. Hasn't been unloaded yet though. Got to deal with the Apache, or not Apache, excuse me, the ATGM helicopter on this side. So that is going to be a problem for my T-72. Don't notice that in time though. Able to get another off. I do end up smoking that to save it in the end though. And now the recon moving to good positions. SPW-70 here doing a nice job of dealing with this helicopter, highly stressing it out and getting the damage in, as well as the T-72. Heavy machine guns there. And right now, all it's about is resupplying our defensive force, building up our T-72s, which you'll see I have in good positions all along the front here, so that they're not too close for artillery strikes. They're nice and spread out, and I can kind of watch over the entire flank here. Do see that he has some infantry behind my lines, but because we're in the building, should be able to win that engagement. And I am bringing across an Mi-24 to be able to fly right above that. Just a Fliegerfaust though. Does try and HE bomb my special AFCLAR there, but not able to get a hit in. And because the Bradley's starting to fire on us, we're having to pull back to the secondary tree line. So yeah, just 2 Fliegerfausts behind my line. No big deal. And now we're starting to move up our T-72M wall, because our next objective is all about pushing in to this little town area. And you'll see I also got another Igloo squad up in front of my CV here to provide more air support. Bombers though, gonna be able to deal with that. And our AA just not really able to hit any of these aircraft that are coming, so gonna be ordering some more AA. Moved up the recon here just to spot what he had in these buildings. T-72 is able to provide great fire support on that, but don't want to lose the recon, so trying to pull him back before they get taken out. And somehow we either take out or he pulls out the CV in this zone. HA there, gonna be getting a little too comfortable. Does get a nice hit on the T-72 though. AT plane trying to come in for that, hoping to keep him spotted. Don't keep him spotted though, so gotta pull that back. I'm gonna decide to take it to the corner of the zone instead, and then I can maybe swing it back around. So just gonna have it loitering in the corner. And our TO-55 push now coming in heavy from the right hand side. Do see that he has an Apache, which is going to be a problem as our Igloos are still pretty far behind. So we're gonna decide to take this out with the Su-22. Get a nice missile on target there, and that's a dead Apache. So Su AT version doing its job there. And we're just dealing with all this backline stuff on our right as we're now getting aggressive in this objective. See just a wall of tanks collapsing around the enemy here. SPW-70's moving through the town to spot what he has. You see he still has DHA there. Seed, not going to be an issue as all our AA is infrared. And that's going to force sugar biscuit here to leave the game, as we have now overwhelmed him. And you'll see just as soon as we spot stuff, the T-72 army just going to be able to unload. Getting closer and closer to this HA, which is a huge advantage to us. Get a nice kill shot there. And now we can start trying to cut off his reinforcements. Gepard not going to be an issue. On the right, just dealing with all the random Fliegerfaust he had left behind. But we know now that this flank is secured, still have full access through to his objective, which we called in a bunch of infantry just to put in here and stabilize. Eagle is protecting our main line. Moving supply, just to resupply our units here. Keep them supplied up in case he does do something with the helicopters. So there are just some random recon choppers lying around, and what looks to be a Kiowa here with rockets. But by this point, we have firm control. Team still at a nice +5. Because I kept a recon helicopter here, I'm able to spot that he's trying to do a little sneak around my line there. A-10 gonna be flying over all these Iglas. Gonna be able to route that away and actually take it out. And I'm moving across the infantry now to this little forest area so that I can then move it to all of these buildings and cut off whatever push he's trying to do down this road. And I'm moving up my remainder of T-72Ms just to provide support for anything that is coming at me through this reinforcement road. You'll see just moving up everything I have to completely collapse this side. Only units left behind is a Conquer squad here. F-16 can actually be able to deal with the Hind there. And then we're going to force him to ride away with an engine fire. All our T-72 is doing great damage on all this reinforcement infantry that's just mindlessly driving into us. And we now have good control of our left flank, so then we can start using our advantage here to then push into this zone. So pushing up our T-72s now just to get closer, deal with the ATGM that was firing at us. Moving up the recon as well so we can spot whatever spawns here. And going to be able to easily deal with all these units. And now we're starting to move some infantry across here to get into this area so that we can cut off any type of counterattack he does here, as well as the T-72. It's going to be sitting at the edge of this tree line, cut off this road. But just catching out all these AA units and whatnot that are spawning in from the AI. And our first unit coming in from our left flank. Gonna be able to take that out with the T-72. Seed flying over all my AA here. Not able to get the kill before the end of the game, but sure enough, it's a total victory. As you'll see, we came in first with over 10,000 points and kills there. Almost got the lowest amount of losses as well. Just 160 points greater than the lowest there. But I just thought that was a fun game, just because we were able to take the other side of the river, even when we were outnumbered by multiple opponents. And it just showed like going from a defensive position at the start to then exploiting our good trades and actually taking the initiative to push across. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.